Hi, Michelle here from Travelling Over 60. Come join me on this adventure. So I turned on my computer and I went across to have a look at my countdown app. And look what I saw. Truly, I don't know where all this time is going. I feel like this is one of the hazards. The days are slipping away and I feel like I'm not prepared. But today I'm going to talk to you about booking our tours. We have done that and I want to show you how we went about it. Let's go back and have a look of where we're going. We're going to start in Victoria, not Australia, Victoria, BC. And then we're going to go across to Vancouver for a couple of days. We'll go up to Whistler, Sun Peaks, Mount Robson. We're going to stop in Jasper for a few days. Alabaster Glacier, Lake Louise, down to Banff. Now in Banff we get on the Rocky Mountaineer. Then we're going to go across to Kamloops and then all the way back to Vancouver again. Now once we get off in Vancouver, we then will start our cruise portion. So we'll start here, we hop on the ship and we're going to go all the way up to Juneau. Now the ship will stop and let us off and we will be doing a tour in the Tracey Arm Inlet. Then we'll meet up with the ship in Juneau and then go across to Skagway, a whole day in Glacier Bay, make our way all the way back to Ketchikan and then all the way back to Vancouver. Now let's jump back to the land portion of it. I'll just briefly show you what we're going to be doing. Now with our APT tour, we get to choose some of the things. They have a signature experience and a freedom of choice. This signature experience is one that they have set down some tours, some experiences that we'll just go ahead and do. The freedom of choice, we'll get to choose from maybe 2 or 3 different things. Sometimes it's just our dining experience. Because of flight times, we didn't want to cut it short and rush in from Australia and then have to go and meet our tour guide. So we're actually going into Victoria 1 extra day before we join our tour. Now, because we're not meeting our tour guide till dinner time, we'll have a whole extra day to explore Victoria. Then we'll come back, we'll have a welcome dinner with the tour guide, all the people on our tour, and then the next day we'll start our tour with a visit to the Butchart Gardens in Victoria. Day 3, we start our trip up towards Whistler. We catch the ferry across from Victoria to Vancouver and then hop on a coach that'll take us up to Whistler. Now we do have a freedom of choice here. As you can see, we're not going to tell you that right now. We'll share that with you when we're actually doing the trip. Now we're going to make our way at 5 and 6. We're going to go across and eventually come to Jasper. We'll have another freedom of choice there. You can have a bit of a read and we'll let you know on our trip what we've decided to do. And we're going to go from Jasper and somewhere where I'm really looking forward to, we're making our way across to Lake Louise. Now, as I said, I'm really looking forward to Lake Louise. We have a couple of days here and I look forward to getting some of those famous photos that you may have seen in either their brochures or in some of their magazines. Okay, we're heading down towards Banff now. We'll have some time to experience Banff, a freedom of choice there, and then we're finally going to hop on the Rocky Mountaineer. Now we're travelling in gold leaf on the Rocky Mountaineer, so I can't wait to bring you some of the photos from there. Now we head down to Kamloops And then finally we'll keep going on to make our way to Vancouver, where we'll have some time there. But then that will end the part of our trip that is the land portion. We then will embark on our ship and do the inside passage, which is the cruise part. So as you can see, even though this tour or this part of the tour was all booked for us, we still had lots to think about. I still went across and YouTubed all the different places, all the restaurants, all the hotels. For the cruise portion of our trip, we have to go and actually book all our own shore excursions. Now you can book them through your cruise line, or you could actually just go and book a third party. We've decided we're going to book it through the cruise line. Now before we move on to the next part, the cruise part, if you're liking this video, if you think there's information in there that you can use, or you might even be thinking about doing this exact trip, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and watch when we go further into our adventure. Now, when you like my videos, it tells me that you're enjoying what I'm doing. The other thing it does is it lets YouTube know that people are enjoying my videos, and then it will send it out to more people. So don't forget, if you want to help me out, give me that like. Okay, moving on to the next bit. So this bit is going to be the portion of the cruise of the tour. So we had to go on and register with the Holland America, and we had to book all our own tours. Let me show you this over on the website first. So I've signed into my Holland America account. Has a whole lot of useful information here. Tells you your booking number and things like that, how many days to sail. But it also has all this other information here that tells you your online checking. You can have a look at flights if you've booked that through them. It also tells you there Warren and I have redeemed our dining and our shore excursion. Now if you look over here on the right, it shows you all the other things that you can look at. Gives you all this information. So I'll just go up slow so you can see it. And then of course at the bottom there it says the completed bit, which we've already done. Now I suggest that you take your time and you go through each one of these things. Read everything. You can never have enough information. Now we might just scroll down a bit further. There's still more information down below. Just a bit further, you can see there's some information there about the spa and the treatments they offer. But come back up here to where it says shore excursions. I'm just going to click on that. And here it opens up all the shore excursions. Now the other thing I really liked is you see across the middle of the screen there, that's our actual dates and our itinerary. So if I go back, it tells you that May 18th is our day one when we get on in Vancouver. Then we're just going to come across to the next days. This day 2 is just cruising. It's a sea day, but this is the Tracey Arm Inlet. We have booked on this, but as you can see, it's booked out. You'd have to join a wait list. We still have 60 days to go and it's booked out. So you've got to book your tours quickly. And then over to Juneau, we'll go in and we're not sure what we'll have time to do after we've been to the Tracey Arm Inlet. But as you can see, there's a lot of tours on offer. Lots of them are booked out. You have to join a wait list. I have heard that if you're on the wait list, sometimes people do drop out. They get sick and just change their mind. Across the Skagway, same sort of thing. You can see there's a lot of tours on offer. You just need to click on each one, read all about it. Now, Glacier Bay is one where there's no actual tours. They cruise into Glacier Bay and then we'll turn the ship around so everybody will get a look at what Glacier Bay has to offer. You can see here this sign that says no shore excursions available. If you come in here and it says that on every single day, you're just too early. You have to keep checking back every couple of days. Lastly, Ketchikan, same thing. And then day 7, we will just be sea day cruising back to Vancouver, and then we'll be getting off the ship, of course. There is some tours in Vancouver when you get off the ship, in case you're trying to fill in a day before you go to the airport and make your trip home. Let's go across to the app now. So here's the app. This is for Holland America. Click it and it opens up to the same sort of thing as what we saw on the website. Now clicking on the little house, that's our home page. But if you click on the next little icon, it's like a calendar, and then open up the first one, which is our itinerary. This is our personal itinerary. It tells you exactly what we will be doing. So as you can see, first day nothing. Next day we're going to be doing the Pinnacle Grill, which is a specialty restaurant. Tracey Arm. If I click on the Tracey Arm, it opens up the information. Now, of course, you can pause on this if you'd like to read and see what it says about this particular shore excursion. Otherwise, let's go back and have a look. When we get back into Juneau, we come back and meet up with the ship. We're not sure how much time we'll have. We'll choose something on the day. Coming down a bit further in Skagway, we've chosen to do the best of Skagway, rail, salmon bake and saloon. Again, you can pause this and read all this information if you're interested. And I actually YouTube some of it. Coming down further, Glacier Bay, like I said before, we cruise in, the captain will slowly turn the ship and everyone will get to see a bit of the bay. Down into Ketchikan, we're doing the Sackman Native Village dance performance and totem park. Again, you can pause if you want to read. Otherwise, wait for my videos. Coming down a bit further, another sea day, and then we'll go back to Vancouver where we'll be getting off the ship. Now hitting the home icon again, going back to our home page, I just want to show you that we can actually click on the Pinnacle Grill, and then as you see here on the left hand side, you can actually go across and look at the menu. It's going to tell you everything that they're serving. Now, of course, remembering this is at the time of videoing, so it's sure to change over time. I would wait until we get a bit closer to your sailing date, go across, click on the menu, whether you want to be dinner or lunch, scroll through, have a look at what they're serving, and it'll just give you a bit of an idea so you're not feeling anxious about what food they serve. Also let you know if you're gluten-free or you have some dietary needs, whether there's something on this menu that you might be able to eat. Remember, this is a specialty restaurant, so you can just go to the main dining room and tell your waiter there if you have special dietary needs. Let's go back to the home page, just pressing the little house, and then we can open up all these other icons along the bottom. Here's one that said deck plan. You can go along, have a look at the different decks. You might want to know what's on each deck. You might want to know where the dining room is or where one of the bands is playing. And you just click up above here, choose your deck, press on it, and then you go across and you can try and find whatever it is you're looking for. Just having a bit of a look at all the buttons on the bottom. When you get the app, just play with all the buttons. Press the ship in the middle, it opens up a world of information. Then if you press across on the connect button, it tells you about your Wi-Fi and things like that. And of course you can get all your accounts up on this app as well. When you're looking at all these things, don't forget some may not work until you're on the ship. One last little bit I'm going to show you on here as well is I'll talk you through how we booked our included credit for our dining. Okay, we're back in the app again. Now, remembering we have the Have It All package. This entitles us to $100 off a shore excursion each and a specialty dining each. Now, they did tell us it was in the Pinnacle Grill, so we came across here and we clicked on the Pinnacle Grill. Now, you can see there's a charge here, but of course, because we're using a credit, it would be zero to us. There's menus there to look at, but otherwise, come across to the reserve button and you can choose a day. Whichever day you'd like, click on it, come down below, choose your time, whatever time you like, and it'll come up and tell you if it's available or not. Now, it's, as you can see, it says add to cart here, but ours came up with redeemed credit, which is what we did. Now, let's go back to the main menu. Come down here and across and click on the house. Will take us back to the main menu. I just want to show you the dining room. This is the complimentary dining room. You just go up here and click on it. Again, you've got your menus there if you want to look at the menus, but you can see there it says complimentary. Of course, that means it's included in your price. Like I said at the beginning of this video, this time is just getting away from us. So fast is it going by. The next video I put out, I think I'll show you a bit of what I'm going to pack. This is going to be different packing to packing for the last cruise that I did. So don't forget, like, subscribe, come along the adventure with me. And keep watching for my next video, or you might like to go and look at some of the others.